Okay, yay, we're alive. How you doing, everybody? Something I don't normally broadcast on a Tuesday, but I wanted to share something with you. I do something on my training program. It's called Entourage. And any of my students, I'm mentoring students from 21 different countries. I specialize in real estate, but mostly the gut sales training method. How to get in the psyche of people, how to make them like and trust you. And I had an entourage session today, and it was just great. Hey, we got a few friends joining. Wright Consulting, how you doing there, Mr. Wright? Thanks for joining. I have my StreamYard link posted there, so if anyone wants to join me, I'm going to be showing this video though, and I might stop it a few times. It's 32 minutes. It was it was one of the best training sessions I've had in a long time. We really how to make the prospect want to buy from you, not just see you as another scripted salesperson. And we use a lot of hypnotic language. I'm a big fan of a lot of people like Milton Erickson, how to use our words to paint a picture in people's minds, how to offer suggestions, how to make them so emotional. They don't see you as a salesperson, a traditional salesperson. They see you as somebody who can help them solve a problem. You make them want to buy from you. Can you imagine that for a moment? Making the prospect want to buy from you. So I'm going to start the video. You're going to enjoy it. Hey, my buddy Damon is here. Hi, Damon. Hi, Sean. My other friend, Sean. Eugene LaBranche is here. Looking good. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Running 10 to 15 miles a day. Did 32 miles this Saturday and Sunday. Watch this video. You're going to enjoy it. I might stop it halfway through. It was a phenomenal live training session. It's so the great questions. And without further ado, I'm just going to run this thing and then come back and we can talk about it more. But this is a live mentoring training session. I thought it was one of the best ones I've done in a while. I really believe in role playing with people. I think you can lecture people. You can make them do a lot of busy work. You can give them, God forbid, stupid scripts. Oh, I can't believe gurus are still, I think there's a few sales training gurus and real estate gurus out there. They give you these 6-inch thick books of scripts. They don't work. They're caca, guys. Watch how we role play and we solve some issues. I'm really into Bernie Madoff, not because I admire him. He was a horrible man. He hurt a lot of people. But you can't you got to understand that how did he get so many people to give him so much money? What was the secret superpower that Bernie Madoff had? Jordan Belfort, same thing. If you're a fan of The Wolf of Wall Street, also hurt a lot of people. Okay, can't get away from that. I'm not in the business of hurting people. I want to help people. And I believe that a lot of you out there are selling good products. You're into real estate. You want to share, you want to solve people's problems, but you still want to put mac and cheese on the table, as I always say. So watch this video, and then we'll come back and discuss it, okay? So here we go. Here, give me a second. I just got to share the screen. And we're going to go there. And here we go.
We're all recording in a world where nobody wants to be recorded and everything. We were talking about what is the one thing you guys all know who Bernie Madoff is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I love Bernie Madoff because there's such a phenomenal lesson of success and freedom to learn from this horrible man. He hurt a lot of people. A lot of people have committed suicide and stuff. He stole billions of dollars of money from people. And over 20 years, they gave him money. And Chris was asking me the question, how do I get somebody to lend me money if I'm going to do some deals? Because Chris is good at finding too many deals, and he wants other people's money. Okay, OPM. So it reduces he still finds the deal, he still makes the big bucks, but he's risking other people's money rather than his own. And that's smart investing.
That's genius. Yeah, that's changed.
And the question, I think, Chris, what was the question you asked me? How do you get people to do that? To give a total stranger 50, 100,000, $250,000 or more. How do people do that? How did Bernie Madoff get people to give him millions of dollars over 20 years? It's got to be asked.
And what I'm curious about, at that time, have the social proof? Was he already?
Hey, this is my favorite whiteboard. I took it down for Chris.
Consistency, commitment, social proof, authority, liking and trust, scarcity.
All that. It's right here. I have these all over my office, but you can buy these portable boards and just stick them on the wall or whatever. And the thing about it is, he was able to basically take. He was using scarcity. Okay, he said, "Hey, I only take a limited number of clientele. I've only got a certain amount of products I can sell you. I'm very busy. I work with a lot of really smart people who are making amazing amounts of money. Okay, so if this is not what you're looking for, don't worry about it. We don't have to waste a lot of time. Don't even come to my office if you're not prepared to." And I only start people off at $100,000 minimum. So if that's not, I won't. I know a lot of people want to invest $250,000 to $5 million, but I just have a principle here. I only start people off with 100,000. Okay. What happens when you use scarcity, social proof, other investors? I only have a scarcity. I only have a limited product. Authority. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I have these degrees. I've been in business for this long time. How do you get them to like and trust you? You do that stroking and nurturing we always talk about. Reciprocity. Okay, listen, I'm going to make an exception. I'm going to do this for you, but you have to do this for me. I need this contract by 4:30. I need a draft, a check, a money transfer by no later than 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Otherwise, this is over, and please don't ever bother me again. And he could do it in such a way where very short conversations and people would just throw money at him. Have you ever seen the movie with Richard Dreyfuss on Bernie Madoff? I think it's on Netflix or Hulu or something. It's worth seeing, or read some of the books about this guy. Even though he was evil, he was a criminal. He's in jail right now. I might be in the Colorado federal jail. I'm not sure.
I thought he got out.
Oh no! Oh no! He's going to die in prison.
Yeah,
but he'll never get out.
But they don't talk about that. Let me ask you this: Do you think people actually? There were some individuals who actually made money, like with him, and that like.
Very good question. Excellent. Why? The first ones in the beginning. Same thing with network marketing.
Yes.
Same thing with the .com boom. Chris and I were talking about that. Always the guys in the beginning. They're usually friends and family or shills, straw men, phonies. They give it to their kids or set up phony corporations and trusts and things like that. They make their own money. Why? Why?
But what does that actually fuel like the social proof? Doesn't that begin like the foundation where everybody's like, this is the new trend, we want to be a part of it, let us in type of thing? Because as you already said, the scarcity actually is the persuasion, the influence.
Yeah, and what we're talking about applies to raising money, doing real estate, anything. If you go to somebody and you act like salespeople to me sound like beggars. They're desperate. Oh, you gotta get this. Oh, this is great. And they give you that intellectual, corny presentation. Okay, that typical facts and figures and features and things like that. Okay, the gut salesman will make it very emotional and hit the one big button, especially if you're looking for investors. And I know, Amir, you're always looking for investors.
Yeah.
What's the number one emotion? Chris, you know the answer, so don't yell it out.
Greed.
Greed, baby. How do you hit that? Greed is good if you have an honest investment, a good return, which I know you have, Amir. Your people make money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you feel, and you're allowed to make money too because you did the work, the running around, you had the guts.
I don't hide it. Last week I made like $5,000 commission. And the investor got like $4,000, and he was surprised that I made $5,000, and it was like 2 days after I talked to him, I closed the deal. And I asked him, do you prefer for me to give you a deal that will be less good and I will get less, that will make you feel better if I give you a less good deal? Of course, he said, no, give me the best deal you can. I will love to pay you as much as you deserve.
Okay, so go back to what Nehemiah Harvard said here. He said, do the first people make money? So if you have a guy the first time and he makes money, over what period of time, Amir?
What the question?
The investment, you made $5,000. Over what period of time did you contact this man to where he made $4,000?
2 hours.
2 hours.
2 days, I spent 2 hours.
Okay, you had to find the deal first and put it together and everything else, right?
It was his house. I just found him the buyer.
Okay, so this guy made $4,000 on his investment up front. Okay, yeah. What do you think? What does he think about you now? What's the empathy? What do you think what's going on in his head about you? You're a mensch.
When can I do the next one?
He loves you. Likeability.
Yeah.
Are you an authority? Are you the man?
I'm the go-to guy. I'm authority. Yeah.
You're the authority. Does he like you? He loves you. Does he trust you implicitly? Because you paid him back. You did everything you said. What's the next thing you can do? How much money did he invest with you?
This is a house he bought from a shitty house. He bought from a marketing guy. But instead of have a shitty house in a shitty area, now we have a land contract that's giving like 12-14% net. That's good money for him.
Okay, so if you needed him to invest, so if you found say you found a property, and you needed $50,000 to buy it, to fix it up,
he will put the money.
Go ahead, sell. I want you to sell Nehemiah. You need $50,000 to pitch this deal. I want you to use all the different things we talked about: scarcity, authority. I want you to make them like you and trust you. But you've also got to act like you don't, like you got 20 other people ready to throw money at you. You've got to create the environment. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, Neil, how are you doing?
Hey, good. A little busy. How can I help you?
Just want to make sure and to check if you already spent all the money you made on the last deal.
Oh, man, I'm still counting it up.
Okay, I have good news for you.
Good news. Hit me with it.
I got another good deal. You can make easy $8,000. We can do it together in let's say in 6 months. I take 8, you take 8. You're the first one I call in because we just had this deal together, and I really like you. I wanted to give you the option to be the first one to join this deal. What do you say? Are you ready to doing another 8,000 in 6 months?
Oh man, 6 months is it? How tight is it? Like, give me some more information about it.
Well, I need a decision today. I can get the money till the end of this week, but I need a decision today. I need commitment today, and I need you to put at least $1,000 just so I can fix all the paperwork.
Blend in off the role play. Blend in a little nurturing here. Listen, I'm not trying to corner you or intimidate you or pressure you. Listen, we did a great deal last time. It's okay. You made good money. If you want to say no, God bless you. I've got 20 other people to call, but I thought of you, and I thought maybe this would be the right deal for you. But I don't want you to feel pressure. See what I'm doing off the role play. You see what I'm doing here?
You're pulling back, make him come to you.
I'm pushing him away. But I'm acting like I'm caring, I'm nurturing him while I'm pushing him away. What do you think's going through his head now?
He wants it. He wants it more.
Wait. Well, no.
No, wait. Yeah, don't take it out. I'm curious. I just wanted more because,
So this is the secret sauce of human behavior. It's acting and using these different psychological triggers. Bernie, it doesn't matter if you're selling fruit on the sidewalk, fruit on the corner. We just bought a bunch of corn and fresh corn and some, summer fruit and vegetables from this guy. And he said, yeah, I'm running out. It's going really fast. I bought twice as much as I was going to buy. The guy said, yeah, well, let's go with this fresh corn. It's the best corn you've ever had. You sure you only want 4? Oh, shit, give me 10. I mean, it works. It even works. I always say I'm the easiest guy in the world to sell, but only a guy with a fruit stand knows how to sell me.
That's right.
Okay, and it doesn't matter if it's a fruit stand or $1 million investment. Exact same emotion, same words, same stories. Go ahead, close them. You got 3 minutes. Close them. You don't even need 3 minutes. You need 90 seconds, and he should be closed.
Okay, Neil. So you say if I can get you the contract, you put $50,000 today. The rest you'll get in 6 months. You get another $8,000. I don't know. That's something that you make you feel comfortable. Something that you want to move forward with, or not really?
Well, you said it's similar to the last deal we did, right?
Yeah, I think it will be even better because this one you made only 4 here. I believe you can make at least 8, maybe even more.
Yeah. It's just the last deal only took like less than 30 days, and we were able to flip that. And now we're saying 6 months. It's like it's kind of tough now. You see,
that's different deal. But do you have more houses you can sell right now?
Yeah, for sure.
So let's do both. Why choose this one or this one? Let me sell you those houses. I give you the same deal or even better. And besides that, you have cash or not really? I thought you told me you have cash, and you're looking for what to do with your cash, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm looking for something to do with my cash, and a fast turnaround is that's definitely attractive.
What is the first turnaround for you?
Yeah, similar to like our first deal, but I'm just curious, what's with this 6 months? It's really, it's really tying my cash up.
Agree off the road. Agree with him. Now what you do, see, the old-fashioned sales guy gets defensive. Well, some deals are longer than others, and and they get defensive. You just go to them and say, you agree with them. See, you're right. So, that last deal was great, and this deal is a lot longer. And sometimes it just think about it though. Imagine for a moment, 6 months, you make yourself X amount of dollars. But if you're not comfortable, if you're looking for something shorter term, don't worry about it. I'll give it to somebody else. And when I get a shorter deal, I'll call you back. Don't worry about it. See what I'm doing?
Yeah.
First you agree with them. You're right. I'd feel the same way after that last deal. So don't do this if it's not right for you. But the money's still really good. And listen, I got these other people I'm going to call. Don't worry about it.
Mind. Yeah.
It's kind of like fire the prospect at that point, huh?
Yeah, he'll interrupt you. Say, whoa, hold on. I didn't say I didn't want to do it. And you've got it. This is theater and psychology together. You know how a human being's going to react. It's not foolproof, but most of the time you know how someone's going to react. And if you can anticipate it because you have empathy, you know this, you practice this so much. Your biggest problem is to keep from laughing, because you know what they're going to do. Go ahead, close them. 30 seconds.
Okay. So, I agree with you. This deal is a little bit longer than the other one. It's really good money. But never mind. If you have something else you have to do, you can do with your money that you think you can get better return, leave it.
Wait. Yeah, I am interested. I'm definitely interested. I was just curious about that time frame. That's about it. That was all.
Okay, I got you. So if you want that deal,
now you say which means.
Okay.
There's 2 words. Which means.
Yeah. Yes. Let's do it. Let's do the deal.
What?
Yes. Let's do the deal. Let's do the deal.
Yeah.
Yes. Do the deal.
See.
Okay, that was about the first 15 minutes of just a wonderful sales training session. And you saw, I believe in role playing, and you saw how we were right consulting on the notes here, say thespian skills combined with results they'll buy you. Absolutely. We try to combine different psychological triggers. And what we were talking about in that training session was scarcity. A very powerful psychological trigger. Some people call it takeaway. Scarcity can be very tricky. It's basically where you combine scarcity and another psychological trigger, social proof. It's also called consensus. I'm actually looking at my little cheat sheet here. I have a white dry erase board I have with all my different psychological triggers on here. For all the phone calls I make, sometimes I spontaneously think, what do I need to say or do with this person to get them to see the value of what I'm offering? So I'll use scarcity. I'll say, look, this deal just came up. I thought of you. You were one of the first few people I called. It's okay to say no to me. Don't worry about it. When I say that line, it's okay to say no to me or okay to fire me. All right. What I'm trying to do is it's a little bit of reverse psychology, a little bit of opposite direction. And basically, when you go to the left, they'll go to the right. When you say, look, you don't really want to have to do this deal, they'll go the opposite way. You combine that with what we call consensus or social proof. Very important. It's birds of a feather flock together, keeping up with the Joneses. So you're saying scarcity. I have this one deal. It's a great deal. I don't care if you're selling cars, insurance, real estate, whatever you're doing. You want to act like this is a unique, very unique product or service that you're offering. Then you want to basically say, look, this isn't right for you right now. I know I called you out of the blue. I have 5, 10 other people, investors, prospects to call. So don't worry about it. You don't have to make a commitment. Maybe we'll do business another time. So combining scarcity with social proof can be very valuable in the sales process. Particularly, I know a lot of you follow me in real estate. It can be so valuable. By the way, if you guys have any questions or anything on this, please feel free to join me. Hey, we've got the famous Dr. T here, Tashiata, my favorite professor of media and pop culture and all kinds of good things in beautiful Miami, Florida, I believe. And Tasha, if you want to come on and join us, by the way, feel free to. Here's the link. I'm posting it in here. She has an amazing show, Mediascope, every Wednesday, and I always get the times wrong. I think it's 6 o'clock Eastern time, 3 o'clock Pacific time. But look up Mediascope. She's wonderful. Let's see if my other friend, Dr. Vibe, comes up. The thing about speaking to people and learning these different psychological triggers, and there's other ones like reciprocity. Likability, number one reason someone will give you money, a contract, an appointment today is because of likability. Do they like you? Are you speaking sincerely, honestly, directly? You don't have to use those dopey scripts. You can. The greatest compliment I ever received was from my daughter. Okay. We were homeschool parents. She said, Dad, I think she said it in high school or something. She said, Dad, you're just comfortable in your own skin. Took me a long time to get to this little happy place because I wasn't always that. I wasn't always the confident, fun-loving, smiling guy you see in front of you. I was very self-conscious. I was shy. And it's hard, when you get on that phone and these companies are saying, just call up these people from your lists and things like that. And you're sounding like every other salesperson and you're getting 99 to 100% rejection. And you're calling them up and then you say, oh, no, I have to go clean the toilet or something. Because who wants to get all that rejection, right? You've got to have a sales system and you've got to embrace these different psychological triggers. Absolutely. So how do you get somebody to like you, by the way? You sound different. You sound original. Ask questions like a nurturing doctor would. I always use that analogy, the nurturing doctor. Ron Vidre, thank you, Ron. Love this call, Claude. What's your opinion on buying businesses as opposed to real estate? Was wondering if you have an experience with that. I've never bought other people's businesses. I created my own business. I love working from home. I live in Colorado. I'm here on the mountaintop of Colorado right now in Winter Park. I live in beautiful San Diego, California. And I spent a lot of time in Hawaii and Pinehurst, North Carolina. I wanted to live where I wanted to. I wanted control of my life. I wanted freedom. Sales skills gave me that ability. So I didn't want to buy somebody else's pre-existing business. Not that there's anything wrong with that. If you want to buy a Starbucks or a McDonald's or something, some kind of franchise, that's fine. It's a preset business. I didn't also want to work 80 to 100 hours a week. Your Uncle Claude here is a lazy guy, okay? I basically wanted to have some control, freedom. Isn't that what we all want? We don't have to be a gazillionaire, but we want to have enough money so we can sleep at night, so we have a certain quality of life, so we can take care of our family needs, take care of our bills, travel a little, have that freedom. Okay, as I always say, I don't need a Lamborghini in the garage. I just wanted to have that certain peace of mind. Okay, we live in this wonderful country, but most of us, myself included at one time, had more month than money. And all you're ever thinking about is money and paying bills and stuff like that. We get caught in that trap. Working on your sales skills can give you freedom. Today, we're I'm showing a video. I'm basically, live comfortably. Damon Boudreau said it very well. Eugene said powerful stuff. Thank you, guys. If you have a question or anything, throw it in there. Starting your own business, whether it's in real estate. I started in real estate. Then I started consulting and mentoring in real estate, working from home, low overhead, high profit, guys, doing deals, turning them over quick, lease purchasing, wholesaling real estate. Then I started writing books and informational products. Then I started consulting in it. Then I saw the one problem most people were having was sales, being good communicators. Having fun on the phone. And today we have more than the phone. We have FaceTime. We have Zoom. We have Skype. We have all these different mediums for communicating with people. But what do we say when we get on the phone to get them to like us? Back to likability. Number one psychological trigger. How do you get people to like you? Sound different. If you sound the same as your competition, you're going to get that same 100% rejection. So the first thing you do is a pattern interrupt. Mr. and Mrs. Prospect, you must have sold that home by now. Miss Prospect, why am I calling you? I have your phone number here on this little Post-it. How can I help you? This isn't about selling your car, your house, life insurance, whatever it is, doesn't matter. It's all the same process. That's the beauty of being a master of persuasion and influence and positive manipulation. So when you get on there, you do a pattern interrupt. You throw them a little off balance. Say, hi, I had to call you up. How come your house is on the expired listing? That should have sold by now. It's a beautiful area. So start off with a question or a shocking statement, something to get them off of that default mode. Most people you call up are default modes. When someone calls you up at dinner time and they interrupt your hot meatloaf dinner, okay, how do you react? You say, take me off your list. Goodbye. Click. And they high rejection. You want to call people up who where you sound familiar. We treat people better when we think we know them or they act like they know us. So act familiar. Use stroking and nurturing. Compliment people sincerely. Got to be a good actor, a good thespian to get people to listen to you, to pay attention to you. You want to get them, and you want to, the next thing is nurturing them. Say, I understand your problem. The same thing happened to me. My mother-in-law, a good friend of mine from college, same exact problem. This is what they did. Now they're listening to you. Okay. Getting people, what's the definition of marketing? Getting people to pay attention. By the way, a lot of the marketing, some of these gurus are teaching, where you're chasing people all the time and interrupting them, and they have no idea who you are. That is that's needle in the haystack marketing. I want to virtually attract people when I speak to them. So back to persuasion, we have to use there's basically 5 psychological triggers. I think there's more. I base a lot of this on the book by Robert Cialdini, Persuasion and Psychology. Scarcity, social proof, reciprocity, liking, trusting, authority. I think creating an environment, positive environment, is very important. Using the right words to get them dreaming, get them in a trance-like state. This is what Bernie Madoff, this is what if you watch Jordan Belfort and The Wolf of Wall Street, they paint a picture in people's minds. They get them say, hey, Imagine for a moment, I could get you, you could buy this house, you could buy this stock and get a double your return on your investment, a secure, safe investment. A lot of my clients are buying this right now because it's a good company. They got a long-term history. These are the words you use. Imagine is one of the most powerful words you can use in sales. I want to get back to the video I was showing you before. There's another 10, 11 minutes left on it. It has a really good ending. It's basic. We basically do more and more role playing where we're using these different psychological triggers, and I think you'll enjoy it. So I'm going to switch back to the video. Oh, we got a few. Let's see. Damon says, live comfortably. Amen, brother. Right consulting, lifestyle you want. That is the goal. The lifestyle is it's so great to be able to have control of your life and your business instead of answering to somebody else, punching a time card, working on weekends and stuff. You know, life is, I want you to enjoy your life and take control. And once you have these sales skills, you just have to find the right product or service, whatever business you're in. You become superb at sales. You now have a superpower. You have the ability to speak to people comfortably, and you'll speak to more people once you have a system, and more people will say yes to you because they see you as different from your competition. Your competition is still selling like it's 1950, okay? They're giving intellectual presentations and then begging or asking for the order several times. There's a lot of traditional sales training gurus out there. They're still teaching this old-fashioned method. Human beings are a little bit more sophisticated today. Okay, they're susceptible to they want to find someone they like and trust. They want to believe in your product or service. If you communicate in the right way, they turn into the salesperson. And you'll see that in this video here right now. We'll come right back to, and we'll come back to your questions in a little while, okay? I might even have a beer with you, okay? I'll see you in a little while. Watch this video. We'll continue it.
Work too hard. Sometimes when they say something, they give you an ambiguous answer or something. You say, which means, and where should we go? Where should we go from here? I'm not sure if I understand. What happens next? You see, just let them do all the work. We see when
75-25.
75-25. They'll do all the work. They'll qualify. They'll tell you their needs and greets. They'll even close them.
this way, and instead of just lecturing all day long, or getting you to read a lot of bullshit books.
This is that real experience, because it's really coming off top. It's being able to freestyle. You know, it's a freestyle battle.
It's freestyle, man. It's rapping.
Freestyle battle.
This is rapping for money, man.
Yeah.
Can't do that with a script either.
Yeah.
Can't do it with a script. No.
Yeah, you can't rap with a script.
No.
So what if the individual says something like, well, yeah, I got some money out right now, and then I'm a little tied up. Or,
no worry, I've been there too. I've been tied up too, and everything like that. You know, this particular investment though, is going to pay 18. It's a 50,000 investment. It's going to probably pay you close to $8,000 over the next, I'd say 90 to 180 days minimum. And we put this on right. But if you're tied up and your money's tied up right now, maybe another time. Don't worry about it.
mm-hmm.
I mean, $8,000 for 60 to 90 days. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, no, that's a great deal. I just
and it's all secured by the property. We have a lawyer draft up the contract. Everything is done kosher here.
How often do you come across deals like that?
You know, great question, Stroke. I wish I had, you know, I wish I could get the 10 of these deals a day. That's how many people want them.
Mm-hmm.
But right now I'll get one week, two another week. They just come and go, and they go so quickly. And I have plenty of other investors to call, so maybe some other time we'll do this, Mr. Chris.
Yeah, I think I'm really tight right now, but
don't worry about it. Listen, we'll do it another time. But someone's going to make $8,000 today for a lousy $50,000 investment over less than 120 days. What a shame it's not you.
Yeah, man. You know, I may be able to move some things around and give me to the end of the day. Let me see if I may be able to put something together.
Oh wow, you're really putting me on the spot here. Oh, okay. Off the role play. Why am I struggling?
That comes right before you're able to, you know, say, well,
what would the
here's what I'll
amateur
do. The amateur will jump right in or give them, oh sure, wait, give me a call later today. Yeah.
Oh yeah, whatever you want, man. That's the amateur guy, because he got emotional. He stopped thinking.
Yeah.
He stopped thinking, got emotional. Oh shit, I got the money. The minute you act like you need the money or you want the money or you're, oh yeah, we can do whatever you want. What's going in his head right away? He's thinking, uh-oh, maybe I better not. This guy is,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You've got to create that with a specific time.
Yeah.
You got to take it away. You got to act like you're making an exception for him. This is where the reciprocity and social proof come together.
Come together, right?
And maybe some scarcity. See how they all blend together?
Yeah.
And I say, you know what? I never, let me think about this. Struggle. I could call up 3-4 people. This is our first investment, isn't it, Chris? We've never done business before, right?
No, we've been trying to connect, but we haven't.
Yeah, and I like getting fresh blood into my investment crew here and there. You just had a new baby, right? And would you use this money for the baby's college fund or something like that?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You know what? You sold me. You're a great salesman, man. I'm telling you what, if you use part of this money for the baby's college fund, because she's going to be a doctor someday, or God forbid, a lawyer like me, I'll tell you what, if you can get the money together and get back to me before 4:30, you got a deal. I'm going to break the rules here.
Okay. All right. Well, you got a deal. Let me
What?
Make calls.
I'm sorry?
We got a deal. Let me make some calls. I'm going to move some things around, and I'll get back to you the day before 4.
Okay, or earlier if you want, and I'll get the paperwork ready. And good to do business with you, sir. Welcome to the CC&R Property Investments Incorporated. You're going to make a lot of money with me.
Absolutely. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you, sir. I'll talk to you later. Boom. What's going through his head now, going off the phone?
He respects you. He likes you.
How I'm going to get the $50,000 now. Let's work on that.
He's going to find it. He's going to get it. He's going to make it happen.
Yes.
My mentor used to always say, money is never
Money is never an objection to doing business if the need, if the desire, if the emotion is great enough.
Right.
Money is never an obstacle. They'll find the money. They'll beg, borrow. I hope they don't steal it. But they will find a way to get the money. But it's part of your job is to qualify them also.
Right.
For that.
Yeah.
Okay,
wow.
we got 2-3 minutes.
That was some great role playing right there.
Very great. Using these different psychological triggers, using G.U.T.S 2.0, bringing the emotion into it, using the word imagine, storytelling, not acting like a beggar, not acting desperate. See, to me, salespeople always act desperate. Like they got a mortgage payment coming up and, oh my God, they really, did you ever get a salesman who needs it a little bit too bad?
Yeah, that's true.
What do you guys do when you get that salesman who's a little bit too pushy, a little too hungry? What do we all do? What's our safety?
Yeah, I'm not interested or something like that.
Don't we say, this sounds really good and you spent a lot of time with me and thank you for the test drive and the new Cadillac and I can't wait to get home, tell my wife about it. I'll give you a call in a day or two. Okay, I really like this car. I like you and everything. I'm going to check my finances and everything, but I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Can I have your card? Can I have your card, please?
Can I have your card, please? Yeah.
Yeah. What does he do with that card?
Just get rid of it. Yeah.
You know what I say to people? Give me your card. I say, no, I don't have one on me, but when I get home, I'll throw one out for you.
Throw one out for you because nobody really uses these cars anyway, right?
I'm all about getting people so emotional that they want to say yes and make a commitment now.
That's the key. That is
the key. At the worst, I get another appointment with him, a follow-up appointment later that day or the next day. Sometimes it takes 2 appointments to close people. That's just it. Okay.
But
never 3. And sometimes I just fire them. Hey, we're not going to do business today. Money's not right. Timing's not right. I respect that. Maybe we'll do something in the future. Someone's going to make money today. But I got your name and email and everything. I'll send you a follow-up on this. And maybe next year we'll do something. Okay, have a great day. You always fire the prospect politely. You never let him dismiss you. Big significant difference in my system as opposed to traditional sales.
Yeah.
The traditional Jeffrey Gitomer, Red Book of Selling, Grant Cardone, all these Sandler, they're all about doing this to the prospect and we'll do business later and everything. Like, no, you've got to fire him. You got to make like you don't need him. Hey, look, it's okay. I've got all these other people I'm going to call. We'll follow up. It'll work. It'll be fine. Listen, you take care. Thanks for being upfront with me. It sounds like we're not going to do business. Why aren't we doing business, by the way? It's not the money, is it?
The money. No.
Oh, okay. Nah. If money wasn't an issue, you wouldn't want to move forward on this, though. Same thing, right?
Same thing.
Oh, really? Okay, so you're not comfortable with the investment, or is it a trust or credibility issue?
It's just the timing. That's the timing. That's all.
Okay. So if money wasn't an issue, you had the money, timing was good.
It'll be a goal.
What?
It'll be a goal.
I'll tell you what. I got a lot of people want to double their money. I'll give you a call in 60 days. See if the situation changed. I'll send you a follow-up email and video on this. And listen, I hope we can do business in the future. But right now, I've got to go. I'm so sorry. Bye-bye.
Bam. Yeah.
You're the busy doctor or lawyer. You got a waiting room full of patients and clients.
Yeah.
What are you out of control? What's going to happen when this guy gets off the phone?
He's going to be thinking about you.
You're in his head now.
Subconscious. Yeah.
You ever have a bad song or something? You keep thinking of the song. You keep humming it and whistling it. You can't get it out of your head.
Yeah.
I'm like that. I want to be like that song. Because sometimes they call you back. Yeah. Hey, Chris, I've been thinking about what we talked about on Monday, and man, it's just going over. I just can't get you out of my head, man. about that deal and everything. You probably sold it already, didn't you?
I got a lot of people that I'm getting really close to locking it up.
I don't know. Take it. Just, you know why we use the word? This is exactly when you use the word I don't know. Why?
That is great, Claude. Because we put the pressure back on them. Yeah, and I'm so busy that I got so many deals. Yeah, we put the pressure right back on the prospect. So
then turn it into a question. Say, gee, I don't know. We do so many deals, and which deal were we talking about yesterday? That hasn't changed. Your situation hasn't changed. Wasn't it about the money or something like that?
Got it.
Boom. Let them beg you for it. Let them tell you, listen, it's been on my head. People, this is called conversational hypnosis. You're in his head right now.
Mm-hmm.
He can't get you out of his head.
Mm-hmm.
He calls you back, and the first thing you say is, I don't know. I don't know buys you time to figure out what to do with this guy. I got to go to my next call, guys.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Good.
Okay, we are back here. Let's get off the screen share. I apologize. I'm sorry we had a sound problem here. A lot of different things going on in StreamYard, but I'm sorry. I apologize for that. My bad. I owe you here. We talked about several things. Excuse me. I think I need another sip of beer. It is that time here in Colorado. It's 5:20. We talked a little bit about conversational hypnosis. This was one of the things we've kind of internalized into Gut Selling 2.0. We want to project some ideas into the prospect's head, and we want it to go right to the subconscious and roll around in there, so they're thinking about our offer. We want to be unique. We want them to remember us. We want to remember our words, and the best way to do that is a picture. Picture is worth 10,000 words, isn't it? Okay, so if we can paint a picture using the right words, the right stories into their mind, and combine it with the senses, the sight, the smell, the taste, the hearing, the touch, all the different things, you become a very dangerous person in sales. That's why you have to find out up front with anybody you're speaking with, what is their need or greed? What is their issue, their problem, their pain? And your product or service has to satisfy that particular issue that they're having right now. And when you're talking about there are 3 to 6 needs and greeds, you have to get at least 3. 6 is even better, of their levels of motivation. And you blend that together with your story. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Prospect, let me tell you a story. I had a friend, the same thing. They were in a small apartment. The rent was astronomical, no tax benefits, no pride of ownership. The kids, it wasn't the best neighborhood or the best schools. Imagine for a moment, and then you go boop, 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 and you go right down. Imagine a nice neighborhood, a big house, a safe neighborhood. The kids are in the backyard. You have a nice large kitchen. Your grandma and grandpa can come over now. The dogs have a backyard to run on the fresh grass. And you could combine the sense of smell and taste and touch and sight and hearing. You combine these all together. And the prospect, it's just a picture in their mind. Right, because sometimes when you give those intellectual presentations to people, they're out. Did you ever have a salesperson? It's like being back in school. Did we all have that boring teacher? You don't want to be the boring salesperson. You want the prospect to listen, lean forward, really ask questions, and you want them to start telling their story and get emotionally, mark my word, emotionally involved with what your product or service can do for them, particularly in real estate. I know a lot of you in real estate. The real estate is so emotional, whether you're buying, selling, or investing. If you're an investor, the emotion that we're talking about is greed. You want to make money. Greed can be good, as they said in Wall Street 1. Remember that, Gordon Gekko? If somebody is buying a home, why do people buy a home? For love of family, protection of family, as a long-term investment, appreciation, tax benefits, improving credit. There's so many, just being at home, snug with the family, in front of the, with your significant other, in front of the fireplace with that nice snuggly comforter, and you're drinking a nice glass of wine together. See, I'm doing it right now. Or say you're the seller. We talk to the seller, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. Imagine we could get your home sold, get a nice couple in there. They'll pay the rent on time. They'll eventually buy it in 18 months or less. You won't have to pay a commission, or maybe you will. It depends on what we negotiated. And now you don't have an empty property anymore. You're not writing checks on the homeowner association, the taxes and everything. You got to paint that picture in their mind using descriptive verbs and adjectives. You've got to get them so emotionally involved that they say, wow, I never thought of that. This makes a lot of sense. How do we go about doing this? You want to start getting them to become the salesperson. It's a magical moment where the prospects start selling you. They start asking more questions. They get so emotionally involved that you get a commitment right then and there, or at least a commitment for another meeting or for a future meeting. Or you get great notes for a follow-up, because you can't close everybody. But if you have great notes, great information, the prospect is participating in the adult-to-adult conversation. And then you move to a follow-up. And I've talked a lot about follow-up systems. You want one that's where you can save your notes and capture the contact communication information. And then you decide what's their score. Are they a 1 or a 2, meaning they're not interested? Are they a 4 or 5? Maybe you should contact them in 30 to 60 days. Or are they an 8, 9, or 10? You better get hold of them this week, maybe even tomorrow. I get people who go to my webpage, who contact me, who schedule with me. And sometimes if I have the time, I will call them up right away. I will try to get them on video. I use the technology. And they're a little off balance because they didn't expect me to call. But I have no reluctance or hesitation. That's what G.U.T.S has given me. It's given me the tools. You got to have the tools. And don't blame yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. If you're hesitant to pick up that phone, like many of us are at one time, that's not your fault. You've been given the wrong information. You've been bogged down in semantics, in systems, in applications, in learning different strategies. Then you get bogged down in the marketing. But where the money is made, and we've lost this skill in our society, the money is made by simply being able to speak as one adult to another adult. If we could get that back and have a few good conversations, I don't work anywhere as hard as my competition. I have people call me up and they say, oh, Claude, I made hundreds of phone calls in my Mojo dialer and I mailed all these things out and everything. And I said, how many deals did you do? Well, none, but I'll keep doing this. I said, how long have you been doing it? Oh, 3-4 weeks, 3-4 months. How much money has you made? Well, I haven't made any money. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the definition of insanity. Okay. Doing something that doesn't make you money, that's costing you time and money because you're delegating it to somebody else or some other system. That's crazy, because we're in business to make money, to make honest money, to help people solve their problems. Best way to do that is direct selling. Nobody wants to talk about this. Oh my God, you mean I got to pick up the phone? Yes. But if you have a system and if you've practiced enough and you pick up the phone and you speak to more people, oh my gosh, you can have the life of your dreams, because people want that personal communication, that personal contact. They want to believe in somebody that is communicating to them in a positive way with the right product or service. And the magic just happens all the time. I'm living proof of it. And I'm nobody special. I don't have any, believe me, I'll show you my report cards. I don't have higher intelligence than you, and I don't have special DNA or anything. I'm just a guy who was lucky enough to have the right mentor. And I was able to learn a way of selling that built my confidence. And speaking to more people means more deals, more products, more sales, more contracts, more appointments. It's that simple. I do have a free book on my webpage here, claudediamond.com. You can see it on that little annoying floating thing on the bottom there. It's a free book. Just go to my webpage, get the book. If you want 15 minutes with me to pick my brain, go schedule with me. I have a schedule called Newbies. Let's go back to, Jay Fiskus said sound came back good. Michael Buckles, my old friend in Atlanta, Georgia. Michael's one of my old-time students. He's doing fantastic. Sales is the $1 million skill, right, Mike? Right, Michael. Damon Boudreau says, great content. Appreciate that, Damon. Michael Buckles says, it's a process. It is a process. It is a system. You've got, listen, how do they build cars? On an assembly line. That's a system. You need a system in sales too. 3 simple steps in the gut sales method, and you can learn them really fast. We have somebody here. I'm not even going to, I'm going to ignore him because it doesn't make any sense. I got my first troll. I usually don't get trolls here. Isn't that interesting? That's about it, folks. Unless you have a question or something, I just wanted to share that training session. We just did it today. A little something interesting. I'll give you a story behind the story. On that mentoring session, I took it. It was about 32 minutes long. I divided it up into 3 separate sections. I used an application called QuickTime, which is really easy to segment a video. And I just leave it the way it is. I really don't do a lot of editing. You know, I'm not a fancy schmancy guy. This is the background of my office here. I leave the special effects to other people. I'm all about content marketing. So I took this video that I showed you guys today, at least the parts that had sound, and I divided up into 3 separate sections. I uploaded them into YouTube. I scheduled them for late August. They're automatically going to appear on 3 separate days, part 1, part 2, part 3. And each one of those videos is also going to be shared with about 10 different other social medias. This is the kind of marketing I do. I want to attract warm prospects. And next time we get together here, I want to talk more and more about marketing. It's so much easier when you have hard appointments or you have follow-up with people who know who you are, what you're about, and you're just getting back to them. Warm prospects are so much better to do business with. There's so much less stress. What's the best pattern interrupt when selling stocks? Well, ask yourself this, Rod. What those people you're calling up, what is the one thing they want? Good question. Rod asked here, what's the best pattern interrupt? Pattern interrupts are the basic way to get somebody off balance. Okay, shock the senses, a little shock and awe. We call it a guts move. Ask yourself this, Rod. Turn it around. What is it that's going to get that prospect's attention? What does that prospect really want? They want to make money. We all want to make money, right? So when you get on the phone, you go to that prospect, you say, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, you wouldn't be interested in a stock that's yielding 15% annual returns on a really safe blue chip company, would you? Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I'm sorry it took me so long to get back to you. We've been crazy. It's been crazy busy here. What kind of return do you want on an investment today? Well, they'll say, what investment? And then you go into it. Then you set up an agenda. You have to do something. If you call up, hi there, this is Joe Blow from Merrill Lynch, and I'm just reaching out to you today. Can I have 3-4 minutes of your time? No. Click. Goodbye. Take me off your list. That's what your competition is doing. Do something shocking. Mr. and Mrs. Prospect, sorry it took me so long to get back to you here. Is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Oh, good. I have a stock. Suppose I told you I had a stock that has unbelievable expectations and could be generating significant yields over the next 90 days. They're working on the vaccine right now, matter of fact. I don't suppose that's something of interest to you, is it? Use redirection, which is another form of reverse psychology. Be indirect when you're selling. When you go left, they go right. When you go up, they go down. When you say, yeah, when you say, you wouldn't want to do business today that would give you solve the problem you want, right? And they'll say, well, yeah, I would. What do you have for me? Boom, you're in the door. You're getting a dialogue with people. That's what you're looking for. What's the best way to begin building your tenant, buyer, and cash flow investor list? Glenn Tuttle, how you doing, Glenn? Always reverse engineer things is the best way. What does your prospect really want? Your tenants, what are your potential tenant buyers? These are for people in real estate. You're looking for somebody who's renting, who would love to have the American dream and get into a home, correct? What's the best way to attract them? You put out content, compelling, contemporary, interesting content on YouTube, on podcasts, on, I don't care, TikTok, if it's still around. Put out that content on Facebook, on Twitter, that says to people, how would you like to get into a home today that you could buy tomorrow? No qualification, very easy qualification. No qualification necessary. Call me, I answer my own phone. A buyer, what does a buyer want? They want to sell their home. Say lease purchasing with the lease purchase advantage, wholesale real estate. I can show you how to sell your home in the next 30 days or less and save you a ton of money. I have a free book, a free white paper, a free mind map on it. Just go to my webpage or give me a call. I answer my own phone. Something like that. Investors, same thing. Show them the greed. Show them that if you have a good investment, a safe investment, okay, don't sell shit, pardon my language. Sell products that you're proud of that you'd sell to your grandmother, okay? I know you guys work hard. I know you work honestly. Give people value and speak emotionally. Forget about the intellectual and percentages and all that. Don't go intellectual, go emotional. You'll win all the time. My name is Claude Diamond, and I like to teach people how to give good phone. Thank you so much for joining me. I apologize once again for the little technical issue there. Go to my webpage for a free book. Go to YouTube. I've got tons of video. Oh, right now, I've got the Max Chronicles. I did 6 videos about my mentor, Max. If you know anything about me, I'm the product of having one really genius mentor who was the best salesman I ever met. And this man could make money. Anyway, he really embraced freedom by just giving good phone. And I did 6 short videos on YouTube, the Max Chronicles. They're up right now. I think 1 through 4 is up. 5 and 6 will be on Thursday and Friday. If you have a question or something, I do answer my own phone, 970-281-5151. You guys have a great day. No one deserves success more than you. Thanks so much for joining. You guys have, I'll see you Beer with Claude Friday, okay? I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Be safe.